Okay, this is the Eclipse path. I'm just going to go through this very quickly. More of it. We're in the National Forest. So this is the area we're going to be concentrating on. This gives the time when the eclipse is going to happen. It's a difference in terms of time. UT is Greenwich Mean Time, so it's 7 hours difference. And we're going to be around Prairie City and John Day. So this is Path of Totality again. So we're going to mainly be in this area. Just point something out. This blue line, that's center line of the Path of Totality. Okay, so that's the blue line, right? Okay. Here are the different camping grounds. So just so you know, the stars are Forest Service campgrounds. The circles with a cross in them that are brown, those are camping sites in the National Forest. And then down here is a lookout point for looking at the eclipse. And I'm going to go through all these different sites. So we're going to we're going to start, let's see, I'm going to start in this one right here, Dixie Camp, and this also. Okay, so again, here's Highway 26. It goes through everything, and we're going to be working off of that. Okay. So this is the John Day River Valley. This is Highway 26. On the previous map, that's the main, so I'll go back there right now. So here we are, John Day River Valley, Eclipse Point. You can see where Prairie City is there. The lookout point is right there, and it's here we've had it blown up. Okay, and it's at about overlooking the valley, and you are actually looking west, so you would actually see the eclipse shadow approaching from there. Okay, more campgrounds, right? All the different ones. So again, down here was the lookout, but now we're going to start looking at this one right here. So here again, this is the road, and we're going to go. The next slides we're going to look are these two here. One on 26 and one on Highway 7. So this is Dixie Campground off of Highway 26, Dixie Summit. You can see where the campground is. It's a pretty nice campground. Let's see, I would go to the Forest Service Malheur National Forest and look it up and see how many spots there are. It'll probably be full, but who knows. So now we're going to go following Highway 26 east from Prairie City. So Dixie is, of course, right here. And now we're going to go along here. Okay. Take a look. So here's Highway 26, right? All along here. We're now going to be going up this road, which is Highway 7, and about a mile up the road is Oregon Highway 20. And so we're going to then go on up this road. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So the first place we're going to actually look at is going to be Bates right there on Oregon Highway 20. And more of that. Okay, just closer look. Okay, so we're starting at the junction right here, right? And we're going to be looking at this campsite first. It's Bates State Park. And on the next slide, we'll look at it. Okay, so we're going to go back. Okay, so here's the camping again. And we can take a look and see that there's Highway 7. And then off to the left is Highway 20 heading east towards 395. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. So here we are at Bates again. It's a state park. Sign right there. It's where the road splits off. Okay. So starting with Bates Road, as I mentioned earlier, on Bates Campground. This is what it looks like. It's actually got water there, not much shade, probably may be very crowded, I would imagine. Hold on. This is Bates State Park. Lots of camping here, obviously. And there's water a whole bit. But it's going to be full, I'm sure. Okay. And then further along Highway 20, is that's not good. I wish that was here. Well, it's too big. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so this is a national forest campsite, but it's not a real national forest campsite. It's just a good campsite. It's called Davis Creek Camping. So it's off to the left, and there's lots of open spaces, stuff like this, right? That we can camp, that people can camp in. And now we're going to continue up this highway, up this way, towards 395, heading west. Okay, so the next campground we're coming to is going to be Deerhorn, right here, and then Middle Fork Campground. And they're both small campgrounds. Probably there might be campsites there that are available. You can look at Deerhorn and Middle Fork and see how many. One has 10 sites and the other has 5 sites, camping sites. And they're both right next to, along the, so this is called Upper Middle Fork Road, and it's Highway 20, Oregon Highway 20. And it follows the John Day River up in the higher country. Okay, so here's Deerhorn again, right there. Beautiful campsite. I think there's no water, but there is a vault toilet. Goes right next to the river, John Day River, so you can get water out of there. There's kind of undeveloped campsites, so it would be a lovely place if there's actually any campgrounds available. And then heading further west along Highway 20 is the Middle Fork Campground. This is also along the John Day River, right here. Whole bunch of camping sites back off to the left. So that's heading west, rather. Now, there's a couple of more, these are just campsites. These are not real Forest Service campgrounds. But along mile 6, I'm going to put a video in here. Hold on. Okay, starting up again, I've added this little video. So, again, we're at mile 6. It's off to the left, and it's just a small site. This is what it kind of looks like here as well, and we'll see with the video. It's a little road that goes down along the river. Mile 6. It's off this road, Bates Road, but mile 6, there's this little side road off to the left, and it's on camping there, but it's a beautiful little site that would be perfect if it's available. And then further west is mile 8. campsite, and there's actually a large area around this area where there's lots of great camping. These are not campgrounds, but it is along the river, and so there's water there but you'd have to, you'd have to purify it and all that. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to go back to a map that we went to earlier, just to show you where we are. But this is along Highway 7 and Highway 26. Okay, good. Now, okay, the first campsite we'll look at is Highway 26. Hold on, I gotta add. Okay, here we are again. So, we're close to the fork of where Highway 26 and Highway 7 intersect. Let's go here. And the intersection is actually right down here. Okay. So we're going to first go to Highway 26, Oregon, US 26, mile 38. I'm actually not sure if it's actually, you'd have to see, just look at the mile markers. It's kind of a dry spot, not any real water, but there is some nearby. If I remember correctly, it's close to Highway 7. And then here is a little look at it. So this is Highway 126 between mile 38 and 39 on the left-hand side heading east. And a nice little area for a campground. A little road that there's a gate on it that's closed, but this would work. Obviously wouldn't want to be here for the Eclipse, but mile 38, between mile 38 and 39, and there's the road, Highway 126. Okay, and then further and back on Highway 7, so here we are is Highway 7. Right here, oops, Highway 7. So that's Highway 7 and Highway 20, right? That cuts off from Highway 26. And then there's a road called Greenhorn Road, goes up to Greenhorn. So if you go along Highway 7, I'm not sure how many miles it is, but you can see this is where that Greenhorn Road cuts off. And there's lots of open camping spots. And then furthermore, all along Highway 7, there are lots of places to camp. So, just non-designated campsites, but there's water all along Highway 7, and it looks like pretty good. Okay, now, I want to go back here and show. So, okay. So here's Prairie Creek. We've gone up here, along here. This is Dixie, and then all up here was where we just covered. If you go along Prairie Creek the opposite direction, along Highway 26 going west, that way, you will come to Keeney Fork Road. And that's right here. It's a couple of miles. It's between John Day and Prairie City. And it's well marked out. And you can then follow this up. And there will be a number of spots. There will be Mahone Lake, which is right here. And then there will be, at the very top of Keeney Fork Road, at higher elevation, there will be a bunch of areas to camp. So here we are. Let's see. Here is Keeney Fork Road. This is Center Line. This is Mahone Lake campsite and campground. Probably be full, but it's right. Goes the lake. The center line goes right through the middle of the lake. And then if you follow it up, Keeney Fork Road, you end up at this campsite up here. Now, it turns out there's off of Keeney Fork Road, right here, there's another road that leads down to the lake. Okay, so Keeney Fork Road. Here is the highway. Let's see what that says. NF 3620 leads all the way down. Oops. So here's Keeney Fork Road. Here's 3620. And you follow that all the way down a steep mountain road down to a river that feeds into Magone Lake, rather. And then you take, hold on. Okay. And then you take this road, 3618, I believe. No, NF 243. Okay. To more NF 243. And then finally to 3618, which takes you to the Magone Lake campground. You can also, as it turns out, you can also actually go take 3620 and stay on it, and that'll take you to 3618, and then you can follow that up and to Magone Lake. Okay. And Magone Lake, it'll probably be a great viewing area because it's this lake, and you can actually have a great view of the eclipse right on the center line. So, Magone Lake Campground, a little picture here. This is a satellite map, and we can see Magone Lake, and we can follow that road 3620 all the way down. think it goes back up this way. Okay. And more, okay. Now, if you go further up, north, so you're following Keeney Fork Road north, this from Highway 26, just east of Prairie City, you go north, and then upper Keeney Fork Road, it keeps going. It actually connects with Highway, I think it connects with Highway 20, but you come to a flat spot after a while, and let's see, hold on. Okay, so and right here, this is Keeney Fork Road, 3620 that leads off to McGowan Lake down this way. But there's this site up here, and lots of great camping up here, but no water, so you have to bring water. And that's it.